channel. So let's roll, community. We pretty much talking about it's an open kind of combo tonight. I didn't really have a specific idea or topic that I wanted to go over because I just wasn't thinking today. So it's pretty much kind of an open Q&A tonight. I kind of want to stick to business topics. So I really would rather this be more of a business kind of live or topics that we're going over, whether business, credit, taxes. But I kind of really wanted to more be focused on business owners. That's who I'm very passionate about. That's a lot of my people who I coach and educate is business owners. So I know sometimes I get off topic over here and we go over other things, but for 2023, I'm really going to be more focusing on business topics, taxes, all that stuff. Great, Robert. Great. I am glad to hear that. So, TikTok, those of you all that are just now joining the page, what I need you guys to do is to double tap that screen before we get started. If you're new here, welcome. I am a tax and business strategist. I have over 18 years of experience in the accounting, banking, tax industry. I have been completely self-employed the last 10 years since 2013. I did start my company though in 2008. So I have a lot of knowledge and experience when it comes to business, being self-employed, growing a business, starting a business, hiring staff, building business credit. Again, I'm in the tax industry, so I also focus on tax and business strategies, right? So we're utilizing income and strategy to save on paying taxes. I'm a wealth of knowledge. So I get on my platforms and I educate you guys 99.9% of the time for free. I'm not asking you for anything. I'm not asking you to join something. I don't have a cash app behind me, right? I'm rarely asking you to do something for me besides double tap that screen. That's the most that I'm on here yelling for you to do. And that's the least that you could do, right? So keep on double tapping that screen. Let's get us up. It's more than enough for y'all on here to get me up and to keep me up. So as I'm on here educating, I know you're not going to be on here tapping all night, right? But what you're going to continue to do, as long as you're on here watching, you're going to periodically double tap that screen. And as we are a community and we understand here on this page and channel that we are community and we are building community, it's called we're going to pick up the torch, right? So when you see that soccer ball go away, that means people's hands got tired and it's time for you to pick your finger up and you to start double tapping. That's how this works. That's how me help you, and we'll keep it rolling. All right, so we are on TikTok and we are on YouTube. If you guys have any coming in at any time, you can always watch the replay there. All right. Tay say, I promise I'm up. I know, Tay, right? We just got off class tonight. Those are my TikTokers who are in the 5-day wealth challenge that we're holding tonight. Those of you guys that are in, drop a little fire in the chat for me. Let me know the kind of information that y'all are learning in this workshop. That you're understanding, that we educating, as I like to say sometimes, and use a little slang. We teaching around here, right? So you know what? I'm gonna get on Facebook just for a little while, just to let them know they need to come on over. Business owners live open Q&A session on TikTok. Because I just like to let them know that we're online, but I don't mess with Facebook at all. Like, I don't answer no questions, none of that stuff. They want to play funny acting with me on that platform. We will not be over there, right? We just get on and come on over here and commune. So, facts. Just got off the phone with Mr. Atkins. Okay. Let's see. Is non-emergency medical transportation a good business? Okay. So when you guys ask me this, I'm gonna be real honest with you, right? I think a lot of business ideas are great businesses, but I don't have the experience to say if that particular business is good or not, right? That's not how I kind of do things. I don't just randomly give my advice to stuff, especially stuff that I don't know anything about, right? So I like to stick to, if I'm going to share my advice, I usually like to stick to stuff that I know what I'm talking about. I personally have not done anything in the emergency medical transportation space. It sounds really good. Sounds very interesting. I've seen people on TikTok post about it, even being like a delivery person, I think doing medical delivery and medical transportation and stuff like that. So if it's something that you are interested in and it sounds good and it's going to make you some money, I say look into it. That's the best that I could share with you. As far as whether it's a good business or not, I have no clue. I am located in Chicago, Illinois. I work with clients in all 50 states, though, so don't worry about that. We can always do Zooms and phone calls. So, but yes, my corporate office location is in Chicago, Illinois. I want to know how to formulate a business plan. Okay, so good question, Tay. Every single business owner is going to have a different plan. If you want like a template, maybe a layout of how to write that plan out, you can simply go to Google and type in free template business plan, right? Because the business plan, again, this is why I teach and educate y'all. Business is different for every single one of us. There is no one set way to write a plan. It's your plan. However you want it to lay it out, it's your plan, right? Remember in school, they used to teach us how to write an essay. You had an intro, then you had the body, and then you had, I forgot, don't remember, right? It's the same way. It's just a template, right? But everybody essay was different because all of our stories are different. All of our ideas are different. Everything we want to do is different. So there's no wrong or right way to write a business plan. The plan is yours, however you want to write it, right? But a template just kind of helps you guys maybe formulate it or format it better. So that's the best that I would say, Tate. Um, Robert, I'm so excited and glad that you talked to Mr. Atkins and doing strategy. You say thank you, thanks to you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. What's up, Reese? VIP in the house. Facebook, I am on TikTok and YouTube. I'm really just on here to letting y'all know that I'm online tonight after class. If y'all want to tap on over to TikTok or YouTube, I'm Patrice L. Stewart on every single platform. I'm the same name, Patrice L. Stewart. Y'all don't have to worry about that. Looking me up, I'm Patrice L. Stewart on every single platform. But I would say it is better if you came on over to TikTok because I'm not ignoring you, but I'm not interacting too much on this app over here. Okay. Facebook blocks me from a lot of stuff, has allowed a lot of people to, report and block my comment. I just don't have, content. I just don't have time for this on this blue app. I still come on here because I'm a business owner, and I don't want to, for those of you guys who are good people, but it's a lot of hating, bad energy people on this blue app over here. So I'm not interacting, not ignoring you. Just come on over to YouTube and TikTok where you can get some interaction and your questions answered. I'm live over there and I'm answering questions on YouTube and TikTok. TikTok, keep that double tap rolling. Keep that double tap rolling. Like I said, those of us that's up at night are usually business owners thinking of a master plan. I know some of y'all still up. It's a little later, but some of y'all are up thinking of a master plan. Okay, hold on. Let me scroll up. The last question that I answered was Tay about the business plan. Then I saw Robert. How did the pandemic COVID affect your business and how you maneuver through it? So the beautiful thing, Tay, you always got some good questions. I may have you be a moderator or something for some of my stuff, okay? Um, but I like that. That means you paying attention. I like that. That's exactly what I'm looking for in my community. So I just want to say thank you again for interacting. Honestly, this is one of the reasons that I love being in financial services. No matter whether COVID came, shut the world down. Guess what? People still need their taxes done, right? So technically, COVID did not affect my business. I'm in financial services. That's one thing I'm so glad my father told me. My daddy always told me, if you stay in healthcare, you stay in financial services, and you stay in education, you will always have a job no matter what's going on, right? Doctors, lawyers, attorneys, financial people, tax people like me, right? Accountants, we were still needed throughout the pandemic. Our businesses didn't stop. My businesses didn't shut down. And tax time, I don't have to see you, right? I can do your taxes from anywhere. You could be in Florida and I'm filing your taxes. So that's one of the beautiful things about the type of business that I'm personally in. The pandemic did not hurt me. If anything, I made a lot more money doing during the pandemic. I'm gonna say that, right? My business actually blew up during the pandemic because a lot of the content and information I was putting out, teaching and educating y'all on PPP and EIDL and some of the other stuff that's happening in financial services, that type of stuff launched me, right? Sent me viral. So my business boomed in the last 2.5 years. I'm great. Right. So it didn't affect me. How did I maneuver through it? Um you know I looked at what was going on. One of the things that I noticed in Chicago was we needed masks. So immediately, I'm a business owner. I have a PLS logistics company, right? So I got on the phone with people in Malaysia and China, and I started ordering masks. I literally made about $10,000 selling masks before Walgreens and everybody else had them. So I'm very innovative. So how I maneuvered, I saw that we was gonna have a need for masks, and so I bought about 10,000 masks. Now, I also lost over $5,800 in that same thing because so many companies in China were selling us bogus masks. The city of Chicago, they spent about $2 million on masks that were bogus. They hit a lot of us, right? So that's another part of being in business is when you are one of the ones in the beginning, doing things in the pandemic or paying attention to the things that's happening, you may lose some money. So I made some money, but I also lost some money in that particular aspect of the logistics company with buying those masks and stuff, right? But I also was able to help a lot of people in Chicago because I was one of the first ones to have masks and nobody else was selling masks in the city but me, damn near. So it's again, I know how to maneuver because I just got a different kind of mindset. So that was some of the ways that I maneuvered personally through the pandemic. um Dr. Drina. Hey, Dr. Drina. Girl, yes, class is always lit. We've been in class all week, learning and educating and teaching my community called 5-Day Wealth Challenge. And it's still not too late to get in. I tell people you can still get in, even though you missed 4 days live. We're giving you access to the replays of all 5 days for 30 days. So $197 to learn millions of dollars of strategy, to me, is still a win. So I had a couple of people text me like, can they still get in class? Yeah, you can. We got one more live class tomorrow. We talking about trust and estate planning and why my LLC owns my properties and why I don't have nothing in my name, right? And why you can leave legacies and life insurance and all of this to a trust and build generational wealth, right? So it's still a lot going on that you can still tap into. So if you want to join, let me know, because we definitely will be in class tomorrow for the last day. And then on Saturday, we send you all the replay links for all 5 days, and you'll have 30 days to watch that content. That course will be available in January, but it will not be available for $197. Okay. That class is going to be sold for around $500. It's going to be about a $495 course that we are putting together. So you getting it right now for clackhead prices. Dr. Drina. All right, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me scroll back up to the top because I'm seeing some other people have questions coming in. When you say what type of strategies, what do you mean? Because remember, tax strategies are not a one size fit all. So when you say what type of strategies, give me a little more information. Like give me a little more um info when you say that. What type of strategies? From a business perspective, should my 1099 from my contracts be in my business name? Dr. Drina, are you okay with sharing what kind of income you're receiving on those 1099s? Technically, and let me just say something to y'all. Any of y'all that are a 1099 NEC, a 1099 independent contractor, if you didn't know this, you are considered self-employed by the IRS. You are considered a business owner. So this is the other thing that I'm learning that a lot of you guys aren't understanding. That 1099 actually is valuable to you if you knew how to use it the right way, right? So many people be like, "Oh, I make a 1099, they don't take taxes out." But this is the benefit of you being a 1099. A W-2 worker can't take my gas and mileage. They can't write off their cell phone. They can't write off expenses that they've incurred for that job. If you have expenses that are for that particular job, guess what? You get to write those expenses off. A regular W-2 employee that's driving to their job every day, you can't write your mileage off. You can't write your gas off. You can't write off your cell phone. If you're using your cell phone for as a realtor, you a real estate agent and you get a 1099, you're using your phone, you're using your car, you got to keep your car clean. You could be writing off your car washes, you could be writing off your waxes, you could be writing off so much because you're a 1099. That's the difference. And so many people don't understand this. In the eyes of the IRS, you are self-employed. You're a business. Just many of you are not running it like a business. All right. So that's why we on here educating. That's a very good question, Dr. Drina. Doesn't matter as long as the funds deposit into my business account. Okay. What kind of strategies does Mr. Atkins provide? So Mr. Atkins is who you're going to hear tomorrow, Tate, in the workshop. He's our wealth advisor, our wealth trust and wealth advisor. So he's heavy on the trust strategy, right? Setting up your assets for asset protection. He does asset protection. He does trust management. He does wealth management. He works with several athletes. He's a retired athlete. So he's very big on the trust and estate planning. He's the one who taught me and educated me to take everything out of my personal name. Even my LLCs should not be in my name. He's the one who educated me that my LLCs could be under a I want to use the proper terminology. So there are certain states that allow you to set up companies without knowing who the owner is. I want to say the right, words that I'm saying. So like Delaware, they're one of them, right? But it's another state that he put me on to that gives you complete asset protection. So as I'm growing these businesses and as I'm buying more property, like he said, people are going to look me up. And so you don't want to go online and see how much I have, right? I don't want people to know how many properties I have, how much I own, what my businesses are making. And so when you start making some money and building assets, this is how the wealthy do. The wealthy does asset protection. Anybody on Facebook, y'all could come over to TikTok and YouTube. I'm getting ready to get off of here. Because that's just a waste of time and energy, to be honest. To be over there, that platform and mindset is just completely different. So, yeah. So that's Gary. Gary is the man, baby. He gonna wrap it all up for you tomorrow. Everything you learned these last 4 days, he's going to incorporate every single thing and wrap it up and show you how you can incorporate every single thing that we showed you this week into the trust and estate planning, the proper way that the wealthy do it. Right. This is why you don't know when you go on certain sites, you don't know who owns it. You don't know how much Jeff Bezos owns. You don't know how much Trump owns. You don't know how much Hilton owns because all of these families have their stuff protected in trust, right? Trusts run a lot of the country and you don't even know it. You thinking that but Jeff Bezos ain't even running Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos got several hundred trusts, I guarantee you, that are actually running everything, right? This is why people don't understand why he's not paying taxes because he's not in control of everything. Wealthy people know we own nothing. Manage everything, but you control and own. You control everything, but you own nothing. Big difference. Big difference. All right. So this is the type of stuff that we're educating on the asset or in the 5-day wealth challenge. We probably won't do another one until probably March or April of next year. I'm rolling into tax season starting January. So the last one we did was in October. We did one in March. We did one in October. And then I did one this month, which was the last year. It's great to hear it live. But again, you could still get the 5-day wealth challenge for the $197. Even if you're coming in tomorrow and you're just hearing you're going to get tomorrow's day live with the guest speakers, but you're able to go and watch the replay of all 5 days for $197 right now. We still have the link up and offering it. But once we take that down, then the price will go up to $495 for that course because it will be, pre-recorded at that point, and we're going to break it down over a 6-week course. So It's going to be $500, the price that it should have been in the first place. Yes, the link is in my bio. Actually, I'm sorry. I just had my assistant take it off. So text me um with my head. Okay. I was gonna say text me. So you can text me or you could click the direct link. I think I had my assistant take it off today. I'm pretty sure I did. There we go. Why it's taking all day to download the picture? Um, Hold on, I'm gonna put it behind me. I'm looking for. I got so much stuff in my phone. I think this is it. 5-day wealth challenge. I don't know what's up with my internet. I think my internet is moving slow because it keeps saying downloading. There we go. Okay. So there's the info. You can either text me wealth or you can click that link. And it's not in my bio anymore. And my assistant is done for the night. So I don't know if I could get back on there. Let me see. Let me try to log in the link tree. But that's the information because I think we took it off. Childhood trauma. Come on. I also have in the link in my bio, I have one-on-one consultations. So, hey, Miss Ebony. Mariah, no. CPNs are not good. No. Especially the way that people are selling them now. You know what I'm saying? It was different back 10 years ago. When I first learned about CPNs, it was completely different. It was not the way it is now. It's completely different. And the way that these kids are pushing CPNs now, it's a lot of fraud activity. CPN credit profile numbers really used to be for like people who were in like witness protection, right? They were real. You can actually get a real legitimate brand new social security number. Like if your social security number was say affected, by maybe somebody came and took your name or stole your identity and did a bunch of stuff, you can actually contact the Social Security Administration and apply for a brand new social security number. I really tell clients to do that more today than focus on the whole CPN thing. It's not legal the way that whoever you're going to work with is talking to you about doing it. I'm just be honest with that, the way it is. But yeah, so no, I say focus on fixing your regular personal credit, understanding the games, the laws of this country, and how things work. Learn business, business structuring and putting everything in your business name versus your personal name. You can still utilize your personal credit to help you build business credit and obtain business assets, but that would be the better way to be a productive member of society. Okay. That's the best I can answer for that. Okay, I'm just not seeing this one. So, or does it matter? It's not okay. I saw that one. Great information from Byron and Sharnice tonight, right, Reese? I know. Um, Serious Radio. So you're behavioral health therapist and consultant for mental health agency. So you probably making over six figures. If you making over six figures, I can't give you like suggestions because we're not talking personally, individually. I don't know your whole financial situation, but I would say if you are a 1099 and you're definitely making over six figures, girl, yes. Go ahead and set you up a formal business. You can be having those companies pay your business, because really what you guys should be doing, if you work for a company and they're willing to pay you as a company, instead of having that 1099 to you personally, you should have that 1099 set you up a LLC, a behavioral LLC, get an EIN number, have those companies pay your corporation or your LLC. Then that way the 1099 is issued to the company and not you personally. Because what happens is when and now you're really able to take the business tax write-offs and deductions for a fact. because it is documented on your 1099 that you're a business, right? So I asked some of my realtors that, like, I don't think my real estate people could do that because you guys have that licensing. Same way with life insurance, you have that licensing, but you could possibly set up like a consulting firm, and you're the manager of that consulting firm, and you work for the consulting firm, and then that 1099 can intertwine with that consulting firm. You can create a contract between you and the consulting firm that says you work for them, and the income that you make for them will be claimed on your personal taxes. It's like agreements that you can create between you and your company. You can make an agreement between you and your LLC. You can make an employment contract agreement, right? You can loan your LLC money, right? And the LLC has to pay you back. You can rent your car or lease. Let me say lease. Let me use the proper term. You can lease your vehicle to your LLC. All right. These are tax strategies that we use in the business world. So it's a lot of stuff that goes along with it. I can't tell y'all everything online for free, right? I can only answer the bare minimum. But your individual questions can be answered in the consultation setting. I need to change my daycare to a LLC or something out of my name. Danielle, I've been telling you that. You already know what you need to do. Some of y'all just hard headed and want to stay stuck. I've been telling you that since I met you, Danielle. So, yeah, ma'am, I'm scrolling past your ass because you already know what you need to do. Are you accepting Georgia clients for taxes? Sure am. Like I said, I work with clients in all 50 states. So, yep, we definitely will pull you on in, Georgia Tax Childhood Trauma Coach. Let's roll. Yes, we had class. Okay, that was you asking about that one. So, like I said, you guys, it's not too late for you to get in class. The only thing is, the last 4 days you will not get live. See, I do a lot of live. The workshops that I do are not a bunch of pre-recorded stuff, right? But in this case, if you still want to get in at the $197 price, you can still buy into the course tonight. We'll send you the link starting tomorrow. We send 2 emails twice a day, 12:30 and at 6:10. Class starts at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow's workshop alone is worth more than $1,000 in one day. You get what I'm saying? Because we have our trust advisor coming on talking about trust and estate planning. I think we're gonna go over and show you guys how my trust look, or a template of my trust and a template of my land contract. Some of the stuff that I've put in place personally is what we're sharing and going over with my trust and wealth advisor. The other 4 days, you will get the access to the replay, right? So that's why I'm saying now we still have it open. We still have it at the 197, because even if you couldn't watch the live, you still getting it for a deal. Because when we launch it in January, it's going to be a $495 course. So okay. So I'm giving you like the a cheaper price with it being live versus pre-recorded. So all right, I got you. My assistant is done for the day. She tired. I had her working. So as soon as I get off of here, I'll send it to you. Or I'll check my phone in a moment and send you the link. Blast. I'm stuck. What are you stuck on? Let's elaborate that more. I've heard of control everything and earn nothing game before. Tay, well, Tay, you already in the 5-day wealth challenge. So tomorrow, Gary is going to give you the game on that. Okay. Y'all gonna be dropping so many fires in the chat, you ain't gonna know what to do. So I know you gonna be copying and pasting, Tay. I know you gonna be copying and pasting. I know this is off topic, but would you know how to get your information off of Google? So, no, I don't. But I'm gonna tell you where I'm going. So I went on Fiverr. So remember, I talked. You may or may not remember that, Reese, but I've done a few, not too many, on Fiverr. So Fiverr. You could go on Fiverr and literally find anybody to do anything. So I personally got to go on there because my Google information is wrong. It's got my old address, my old phone number. And I had a company that was working on it, and they must have put their contact information in it. So Google has like locked me out of my own account. And I don't have time to figure it out. I've tried to figure it out. So I'm gonna hire an expert. And I'm on Fiverr. Literally, you could find people on there for like that start gigs at like $5, $10, right? $15, right? So I would say go on there and maybe type in Google expert or SEO, something like that. And then you'll start seeing a list of all these different people that you could. It's like an eBay. It's like an eBay for business. You can see people's ratings. You can see, feedback from them. You can see how many people have bought from them, how many gigs they've done. I don't work with anybody that probably has less than 25 gigs, 50 gigs, right? They got to have some history. They got to have some feedback so I can know that they've done good work, that they've done, every now and then if the person, page is just looks immaculate, then I may work with them if they don't have any experience, but it's been rare that I've done that. So, not off topic, Reese, you a VIP, so you getting your question answered. I'm a realtor. Should I have an LAIV? I don't know what that is, baby. I don't know what that is. I don't know what an LAIV is. I was just really using you all as an example for the 1099. When childhood trauma mentioned, I'm not childhood trauma, it was Dr. Dream. She was the one that mentioned that. So when I just kind of threw out there that the realtors, because I know you guys are 1099. I was just trying to think of like a LLC. So that's gonna be the thing. What I heard and learned from you guys that are realtors, that you cannot have the real estate agency pay the LLC. I mean, it's still a benefit of setting up an LLC, but one of the biggest benefits of being able to set up that company when you are 1099 is if you can take that 1099 out of your name and into the company's name. If not, it's okay. You can still do it. It's just different, it's just a different setup. Okay, so we got a few realtors on here. Yeah. So I mean, you could still set up a real estate consulting firm and agency. And like I said, you could put a contract agreement between you and the agency. So that way you're able to claim the income that you're making under those 1099s under that LLC agency. So it's strategies and ways to it. It's just everybody won't be the same. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, because especially those of y'all with licenses. Like I said, I think realtors and life insurance agents, I think I've been told that from you all that the companies will not pay another company. It has to be issued to you because you guys are licensed, and it's something dealing with the whole licensing thing. You get what I'm saying? But let's say if you're a truck driver and you're not licensed, I mean, of course you have your trucking license, your CDL, but if the company that you're working for, most trucking companies are willing to pay a LLC. So instead of you being a trucker and receiving $100,000 a year 1099, it make a lot more sense for you to really be an LLC, set you up a trucking LLC, and have them pay that $100,000 to the LLC as a trucker, right? You guys don't have that whole licensor thing in a way like a life insurance agent or a real estate agent does, because they have a license attached to their name and social, right? So industries like that, if you are a 1099 industry and you don't have anything blocking you, you all should not be having that money being paid to yourself. All right. Are you a TikTok guru or you really do this in real life? No disrespect taken at all. Obviously, because you're new here, you wouldn't know that. But no, I do this in real life. So no, I'm not somebody on here that's a TikToker that's looking for likes and fees. Like, this is my livelihood. This is my business. I'm a real tax and business strategist. I have 18 years of experience in the banking, accounting, tax industry for real. I know tax law and business strategy for real. This is why I'm on here talking, right? Because I want more people to be educated properly in my space. I feel like it's too many people that's on TikTok that really don't know shit, and they give you guys a whole lot of false information. So I'm on here tonight talking to you for free, debunking all of these myths that you guys are, you know, video content that you are provided with on this app every single day. And 95% of the shit is wrong as hell. Wrong to the wrong, wrong, loud and wrong, as I like to say. Half these people on here, loud and wrong. Okay. So no disrespect taken at all, honey. None at all. What's up, YouTube? I'm sorry. I know I ain't talked to y'all, said nothing. What's up, DC Skins? FaZe Ray, Mr. Tennis, Shantae Taylor. What's going on? You said for business a while back, you said don't do a will, do a trust. So a will with no trust or a will with nothing of solid asset protection attached to it means nothing. So too many people have just a will and nothing else, right? But a will and nothing else attached to it is null and void when you die. Your family could still go to probate court. Your family could still argue about the will. Your family could contest to say you wasn't in your right mind when you signed the will, right? So I want more people educated. This is part of what we're going to talk about tomorrow and on the trust aspect, which is the last day of the workshop, which is why we have it as the last day, because like I said, Gary does a wonderful job of rounding up all 4 days worth of content and putting it all together in his presentation, to explain and understand why we should have trust and asset protection and estate planning and why we're doing the things that we're doing as business owners and as generational curse breakers, as family who wants to be better and do better, right? We have to learn these strategies to be able to keep on and pass on the wealth. For me, I'm real big on not selling grandma house, right? I know too many people in Chicago who are selling their grandmothers and parents' house for crackhead prices, right? Pennies on the dollar. So again, I get on here because I want more people educated, and this is part of what's needed in our community. We are not financially literate. We are not financially educated properly. You took a course for the trailer. You took a course for trailer clothes. Didn't really work. Are you saying you took a course, Mr. Tannis, for trailer and it didn't really work out? I mean, that happens sometimes. I've bought courses that didn't really work out. It's okay. You want to know if you could get it as a tax write-off, as a business write-off? I mean, you can. You can use it as a tax write-off. Don't it break your heart? Oh, girl, right. You a realtor. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Childhood trauma. It just breaks my heart to see these families doing that. It bothers me. I'm gonna say that it bothers me. So when something bothers me, I speak on it. I'm somebody that's gonna speak on it. I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna say what I wants to say about it. I'm responding to y'all right now, so y'all could go ahead and get in this class tomorrow. So that way we can make sure you're in the emails. Also, check your spam folder, especially if you have a Yahoo account. Yahoo do not like us, so they always move all my emails to y'all spam. So check your spam folder and then add me as a contact. So that way you'll be able to get the emails, because we send you the email link twice a day. We're going to send you an email reminder tomorrow at 12:30, and then we're going to send you another email reminder at 6:10, 20 minutes before we join and start the class, okay? For those of you two that are going to join tonight. Whose course did you take for flipping the trailer home? The mobile home community. That's who we were on with tonight. That's who I brought on the 5-day wealth challenge tonight, Byron and Sharnice. So Byron and Sharnice's program, let me put their names in. They're called Mobile Home Elite Investors. Okay. Mobile Home Elite Investors. I think it's mobilehomeeliteinvestors.com. I'm gonna look up a thing for you and make sure we put it in there. But that's whose program that I purchased that showed me how to flip the mobile homes, the trailer homes. We don't call them trailer parks anymore. They're called mobile home communities, okay? If you're going to invest in them, we can't say trailer parks to the people, okay? So this is the terminology that we're using, is mobile home parks. All right there, Mr. Tannis. So Yeah, I'll get the link and send and share it with you. Let's see. Can't wait to hear what you have to say about my business tax situation on Saturday. Looking forward to it. Okay, so you booked a business. I hope you didn't book. I don't see. I saw a 10-minute discovery call for business taxes. I don't go over business taxes on the 10-minute discovery call. You got to book a tax inquiry call. So you probably booked the wrong call. If you want to ask me anything about taxes, I don't speak on that for free. So when you book that 10-minute discovery call, you kind of just are booking me to kind of figure out what kind of consultation you need. But I don't go over any kind of advice or strategy. I don't look at any paperwork. I don't do nothing when it comes to taxes because again, that's a totally different ball game. So I have a tax inquiry call. That's a 15-minute call for $35. You may want to do that. And then I have a tax review, which is $179 if you want me to look at paperwork. But if you book that 10-minute discovery call, you're not even going to talk to me. You're going to talk to my assistant because I don't talk to nobody for free no more. Time is money. I've been in the game over 14 years. So I don't do free calls anymore. You talk to my staff for free. Okay. I just want you to know that because the only thing that I saw on my calendar was a 10-minute discovery call. I don't know if that's you. I don't want to just put your name out here. But I want you to be very, be aware. Tax inquiry call, 15 minutes, 37 bucks. Okay. For those of y'all that have questions and stuff. Okay. We don't answer questions for free. This is the most I give y'all for free when I get on here and I'm feeling good. All right. And this is a group setting. All right. But when we get on that personal phone, yeah, time is money. This is what I teach y'all as business owners. Because too many of y'all got a bunch of free consultations and y'all ain't making no money talking to people for free all day. So I teach y'all this. All right. You gotta get paid a little something for your time. Okay, we answered all the questions on YouTube. Let's get back to TikTok. I know y'all been double tapping. So it's okay. We could take a break. We could take a break. Well, thank you, childhood trauma. I like your attitude as well, Queen. Not yet, Tay. I just brought in another virtual assistant, so don't worry. God gonna keep blowing me up. We're gonna get bigger and bigger. We're gonna be bringing more people on and hiring soon, but not now. We're not. Yeah. And I sent both of you all the link too. Let me know if you got it to your phone, because sometimes when we put too much, my assistant sometimes she be a little long winded. So we typed a little paragraph with the link. If you didn't get the link, let me know, and I'll just send the link by itself without the paragraph. Why you laughing so hard, Taker? Because what the young man asked me, he said, "Ma'am, can I just ask is this for real or you do this? Is this some TikTok gimmick or you do this for real?" Hey, I don't mind him asking. You say, "I've lost a few deals because advised them to keep the home and the family." Girl, I know they don't want to listen. And then they end up using another agent, sell the house, and move into an apartment. Like, what the? That's what I'm. This. Tay, you see why I be yelling now? Tay always say I'm yelling. That's the most crackheaded ish shit I've heard in my life. You get what I'm saying? You have a whole crib that your grandmother or your parent left you, and y'all are going and selling these people houses, and then going to rent an apartment. Do you hear how crackheaded ish that shit sound? Then when they sell the house, childhood trauma, they not getting the full value. One of my clients, we do junk removal. I have a business with my partner, and we do junk removal. I just do the paperwork. He really do the business, right? But last week we cleaned out 3 houses. All were Black family houses that have been purchased and bought, or were in the process of being purchased and bought. Do you know these people were selling these cribs for crackhead prices? One family was 3 siblings. I think two brothers and a sister. Their grandmother paid the house off on the west side. They wanted $130,000. Guess how much that house was worth? $300,000. Luckily, it was a black man who got the property, and he said he asked them like, "What's up? Why y'all selling? Y'all ain't, y'all want to work out a deal? What y'all want to do?" "Nah, we just ready to get out of here. We've been over here our whole life. We just ready to go." You rest to go, and you rest to go for less than what the house is worth. You finna sell this house for 130,000, but it's worth 300. And guess what? They walked away with 85,000 on the table. Because being a realtor, you don't get what you sell it for at the closing table, because if they owe taxes, if they had a water bill, whatever needed to be updated for the property, whatever all the expenses, attorney, all that crap, they check was 85,000. And then guess what they did? Then they flipped out and acted a fool in the title company because they thought they was getting $85,000 cash, y'all. This is why I get on here and educate my community. This is why I get on here and educate my community. Okay. That was so ignorant and disrespectful to flip out in a title company. Baby, y'all watch too much TV. Ain't nobody rolling up with a briefcase with 85,000 cash for you when you sell a crib. We do wire transfers, checks, cashier's checks. They didn't want it to go to the bank. They wanted to wire them the money in the bank. They like, nah, we don't want no bank wire. Y'all thought y'all was going to get cash at the table? I was like, did they not have an attorney? Did they not hire any kind of representation to talk to them? They probably did, but they don't want to listen to people. You could tell them kind of people when they hard-headed. So that's what he said. He quit trying to talk to him. He just took the house. And I said, well, at least it was you that got it. At least you black and you got it. But imagine how many people are selling their homes to non-black investors, non-black family, and why our communities are changing. Y'all be complaining about gentrification. This is how it starts. It starts because you over here selling grandma's house for crackhead prices. Gentrification can't just come in when we all live in there already and we own the properties. They can't just come in and do that. Gentrification comes when you are leaving your communities and you selling your properties for crackhead prices. Then the white people come in and buy the shit up for a little bit of nothing, build it up, fix it up, put a Starbucks on the corner, and now the houses is worth $500,000 and $300,000. This what just happened in Inglewood. This what just happened in Woodlawn in Chicago. They're finna build up. We got Obama Library, South Shore. Anybody that's on here and from Chicago, y'all need to listen up. South Shore, I'm on a mission to not sell grandma's house. If you live in Chicago, 19 Keys will be in town on Monday with a company called Oasis something. I can't remember. It's a Oasis something. They're a real estate investment company. Black men. More than likely Muslim, because dude look Muslim. All right. The Muslim community understand. I understand now living in Chicago. I should have been listening to Farrakhan a long time ago. Farrakhan been trying to talk to us I'm 41. Since I was a kid, Farrakhan been trying to talk to us, been outside with bean pies, trying to sell stuff to 20, 30 years, and we wasn't paying attention. Now that I'm older, I value Farrakhan and what he was saying. I get every single thing what that man was saying now. A lot of people in our community don't even understand who we have in our own city that is really working for us, trying to empower us, right? So 19 Keys has partnered with a gentleman who has his own real estate investment firm. They will be at Harold Washington Library on 47th and King Drive, Monday, December 19th. You can go on, I forgot the name of the page. If you're interested, let me know. But you could go on the dude page. It's on Instagram. It's Oasis something. And you can go on there and click on the Eventbrite and get you a ticket. It's completely free. It's completely free. So somebody just cut me off on TikTok. This is what I be saying, y'all. They hate. Woo! Lord. They hate when we get online and talk like this. They hate when you get online and empower your community. All right. Now I got to go on here and dispute this decision that somebody said that I am spewing hateful behavior because I'm saying that white people are buying up the communities, which is true, right? That's not hate, that's facts, right? But this is the stuff I'll be talking about. When you get on here and you share information, when you share information to Black people about how they should be coming together, with how they should be working together, with how they could build back their own communities, it's always, 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 always an issue and a problem and reported, and content is taken away, and this and that. And this is why you have so many people who do not get online. You say probably because I mentioned the minister's name. Even that's what I'm saying. How is that wrong when that man is speaking nothing but facts, right? It could be, it don't matter. But at the end of the day, and they blocked me for a whole week. Oh, they say I can't get on to the 22nd. So that's 7 days. Oh, yeah, baby. I got to get on here. I got to get on here and dispute it. But I've gone through this before with content. That's what I'm saying. When I get on here and speak this, they do this on TikTok or other platforms, Facebook, right? And that's what I'm saying. Freedom of speech ain't free. And this is what more you in America need to pay attention and understand. That's what I was saying. Everybody was mad at Kanye, but look at the bigger picture. Freedom of speech is not free. If you can't get on here and be open and honest and have these kind of conversations and say shit like that without it being called hateful. How is that hate? That's not hate. Include it, violence against an individual group. When do we attack or say violence against an individual group? See? So let me go ahead and dispute this. So, YouTubers, some of my TikTokers may come over. They may understand. Or I'll just have to do a video. But this is what I be saying. This is why I am getting off of these free platforms. And this is why I have to have my own private community. All right. This is why. This is exactly why I am no longer in January 2023 going to be speaking like this on these private platforms, because this is what they do. So that's why we have to get into community. Okay. Okay, let me see which one I want to take. The private membership community. So it's two different ones. One, we're going to be on Patreon. So for me to do these long-winded lives like this tonight will be on Patreon. My private community is the lab. So that's what we do. That's like a behind the scenes. We meet twice a month. I do interviews. We got resources in there, all type of stuff. That is $47 a month. So I'll put the link down here if you want to learn about both of them. The Patreon won't be up until probably this weekend. I'm gonna start talking to you guys about that on Monday, because I'm also getting ready to do like a not like a sweepstakes kind of. So like every 50 people that join, I'm giving away $200. So something like that, right? Because I want more people to understand and get over there. So Patreon is only going to be $10 a month for the whole month. That's where we'll do all of the live videos that I've been doing out here. And then the lab community is a strict community for life and business. So people that have, want to learn life and business and other passive streams of income, connect with other people in the community that are like-minded like them. That's more for that, right? So it's two different membership programs that I'm focusing on for 2023, which will be offline. And so here's my link to be able to look at that. All right. So if you want to get in community, I'll put that there. Get in community or work with Patrice. I'm gonna say something else. If I could put something else with it, let me see. All right. Tony, you are welcome. You say I will rebook. Okay. You say I'm gonna do business because I want to get to the money. Let's roll. Let's roll. So I know January, we just sent the email out. And actually click that link because we have a town hall meeting. So December 22nd, we're doing a town hall meeting. And honestly, to be honest, I'm not even tripping if I'm blocked for a week on TikTok because I kind of need a break this next week. I've been working so much, so hard these last 90 days. I'm shutting down and going on vacation next week anyway. So I'm not even tripping. I submitted my appeal for TikTok, but at this point, I don't even care at this point. Like these platforms are gonna do what they do, and that's just all to it. We have to know and understand that, right? As business owners. So again, this is why I teach y'all in these private communities how to manage y'all businesses and make sure you have a way for people to connect with you and reach you off of these social media platforms. Like, because any event you did want to start speaking or talking about a topic and they may not want you to educate people, you'll go through some of the stuff that I go through on these different social media platforms with them blocking your content, blocking your access, people lying on you, all kind of stuff, right? So you have to learn and understand to build community outside of the social media. The social media is great to connect with people, right? But then people need to know and understand, especially for me and what I teach and educate. I've shared that with you guys. I live a different lifestyle because of the information that I share with you, and majority of the world and people don't want you to know this information, right? So when you have people like me and we're speaking this kind of way, especially when you empowering and educating a race of people, a group of people, you have to have your own community. You just do. I've tried to do it on these platforms for years, and we can't build the way we really want to build. So 2023, we are solely in community. I'm gonna just focus on the people who are investing in me, and we're gonna invest in you, and we're gonna grow. We're gonna thrive. We're gonna get these properties, these businesses. I'm on here now looking at acres in Florida because after doing the workshop tonight with Byron and Sharnice talking about the mobile home investing, people were interested in like land and lots, and I've been looking up land down south for a while. But this particular land and lot that I'm looking up, this website that I'm on, they literally have lots of lands in every single state, all 50 states. So you can literally just go in and type in, whatever state you're in. If I wanted to go to Florida, let me type in Florida. And then I could see all of the properties that are available. Some of these land lots are on here. Let's see. 10,000. How many acres is this? 0.43 acres for 10,000. A quarter of acre. And then some of them have monthly fees. So like you could put $1,200 down, right, and pay a monthly fee. So this lot is a .17 lot in Punta Gorda, Florida, and it's 20,000, but they allow you to put $750 down, right? So stuff like that. You can go on, you can see where it is, you can look at the maps of it. This particular one here is in St. John's River. $125 a month, $7,600 for 0.23 acres. Growing community, be one of the pioneers, 8,500. Interlachen, am I saying that right? Interlachen, Florida, 8,500 for a quarter of an acre. Taxes are $65 for the whole year. Owner financing. So you could put $300 down and pay $179 a month for 55 months. Like, that's what I'm talking about. So my goal is to buy me some land, own me some land, um, and start building on it. Whether I want to build, a tiny home community, whether I want a mobile home community, it don't matter. Yeah, that's in Florida. I mean, this particular website I'm on, it's all over all 50 states. You can literally access any state and see these different lands. Now I can't give you this site because I'm going over this with my private community. But this is kind of what we're teaching next month. So next month I'm talking about taxes. That's what we're gonna start off the year with because of course it's tax time. So I want to get you guys prepared for, knowledge and some write-offs and stuff like that. But I'm gonna share this information in the lab community. So that's the reason why I can't give it to you on here. But you can type in Google, land, look up land, finance land, and it'll give you a bunch of different sites. This particular site, um, I do know other people who have purchased from this particular site, the one that I'm personally using. But it's info out there, y'all. If you just type in, you could put in finance land, different terminology, but owner financing land, because a lot of these places that we're looking at too, they're families that have, hundreds of acres. And again, like I said, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. A lot of these are our lands that we should have been given our 40 acres and a mule. A lot of these are your 40 acres that are owned and operated by other people who are non-black, right? And they just be selling it off because they got more than enough. Hundreds of thousands of acres of access to them and their family, right? And so what a lot of them do is they split it up. They split it up in quarters, half an acre, 2 acres, 3 acres, 10 acres. I'm looking at a spot right here. This family sells 4 acres in Madison County, Madison, Florida. I'm sorry. 4 acres located in Madison, Florida. They want $49,000. You could put $7,500 down and you pay $379 a month. It's already set up for minimum for homes, 1,200 square foot homes. It's already approved for mobile and modular homes allowed. It's already approved for farm animals permitted except pigs. It's 11 miles from Madison Blue Springs State Park. So for me, I'm looking at property that's close to some water. I want to have property that's access to or close to some water. So the land that I'm looking up, I want it to be close to some water. So I like this one being 11 miles away from the Spring State Park. And $7,500 down for land that you already know mobile homes and modular homes are allowed. You already know that you could put 1,200 square foot minimum homes. You already know that you can have farm animals except pigs, stuff like that. I look for deals like that because if I want to grow on it, if I want to sell it or rent it out to somebody else, right? Maybe a family who needs a farm, right? Who has farm or who wants to start building on land. If you buy the land, or now you can even do something similar. You can owner finance the land. If you paying them $379, you could be charging somebody $1,200, $1,500, and you still making money, and y'all all winning, right? So these are again things and ways that you can be investing and making more money and paying attention to what's happening in this world, in this country. And more than ever, you need to be looking at assets. You need to be looking at how you can make the money that you have turn into more money. You do not need to be trying to depend on the government. If you're living check to check, it's going to be a lot of things that you want to start tapping into now. Okay. Because a lot of changes are going to happen in the long run. So since TikTok cut me off, and I'm going to go on here and send them a long email and notification, I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I've been in class for the last hour and a half. And I was on here an hour right before we got cut off on TikTok. So I'm done for the night. I am in class tomorrow. I might come on tomorrow. I probably won't. I'm not coming on Friday night. We'll do class in session either on Saturday or Sunday. So I'll come back on probably Saturday, because tomorrow I know I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna meet with some friends after and wind down. I've been teaching and educating all night. Well, I haven't. My speakers have. To be honest, I haven't been doing a lot of work. I actually been able to learn and chill. But anyway, right? I'm still in class. We still educated. So I'll see y'all on Saturday, more than likely. If I do get on YouTube, it will be in the daytime tomorrow before we do class, but I will not be on in the evening. And then we'll do a formal class and session topic on Saturday or Sunday. All right. So have a good night. Have a good night. Appreciate you guys for joining me.